It's here. And when I say it, I mean the awesome, epic review of the epic, extraordinary Hell in a Cell pay-per-view of 2015 tonight. Was a great pay-per-view. You'll know why I did that in a little bit, but great show tonight. It was full of surprises, insane stuff, between Alberto Del Rio showing up out of nowhere, which we'll talk about, which was dumb, but it was still shocking, to Roman Reigns defeating Bray Wyatt in the Hell in a Cell, to Charlotte retaining her women's championship in an extreme, awesome one-on-one match with Nikki Bella, to the New Day actually pulling off and defeating the Dudleys, to Seth Rollins pulling off a terrible match with Kane, to Kevin Owens destroying Ryback in a squash match, to Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar in Hell in a Cell. And to kick off the pay-per-view, we had the Kickoff Show. First off, I'm going to say this. I actually went 4-4 tonight for picks. I told you guys I was going to go undefeated 8-0 for picks tonight. That did not happen. I thought I was going to go 0-8. Thankfully, I did not. So, that was good, but, and this screen's a little red right now. I don't know if it's because of that light. We'll see if we can fix it. And the screen is much better. Why the hell is it red? My screen's red right now. But just ignore that. It's red because of the carnage and the blood that happened in Hell in a Cell. But the show kicks off with the Kickoff Show. I did not watch it. I was cutting my hair. So whatever happened on the Kickoff Show, I don't know. All I know is Cesaro kicked ass in that match, and Neville ended up picking up the win with the Red Arrow. I got that one wrong. Moving on to the kickoff of the actual card, we had Alberto Del Rio come out to accept John Cena's U.S. Open Challenge. I'm telling you, Alberto Del Rio one day is going to come down to the ring with a bag of Doritos, and they are going to Doritos is going to sponsor him in his future matches. It's going to be Alberto Del Rio. But moving on, Alberto takes the belt from John Cena in shocking fashion in like a 10-minute match, and Cena doesn't kick out of 2 at nothing, and Alberto wins with a backstabber into the "let me see your face, Sparrow" kick. And, well, yeah, Alberto Del Rio wins the United States Championship and makes John Cena look like a jobber. So, yeah, that was interesting. I think that's Vince's way of trying to tell us he's not racist when really he is, but that's besides the point. Oh, and Alberto Del Rio is now paired up with Zeb Coulter. Zeb Coulter is going to be his manager, and Zeb is in a wheelchair. Okay, moving on to the next part. We've got Seth Rollins backstage with the whole rest of the authority. Corporate Kane, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon. All of them are back there, and they're talking about their match later between Kane and Seth Rollins, where if Kane loses, he is no longer Director of Operations. Too bad. But, nothing much to say there. Nothing happened. Moving on after that, we got Roman Reigns taking on Bray Wyatt in the match of the night. Roman Reigns coming in, laying the smack down to Bray Wyatt, whooping his ass. And yes, Roman Reigns came down through the crowd, and he was able to get around the Hell in a Cell, if you were wondering. But Roman Reigns came down, him and Bray Wyatt were brawling back and forth. Bray stuck the kendo stick in between 2 holes in the cell and smashed Roman Reigns' face through the kendo stick. Roman threw Bray Wyatt's face into the chair that was stuck in the rings of the cell, and that was wicked. This match was pretty damn wicked, to say the least. A lot of interesting stuff. A lot of table spots. Like that Uranagi from Bray Wyatt. He did that off the apron onto Roman through a table. Roman Reigns' last ride, yes, last ride, not powerbomb. Last ride to Bray Wyatt through a table in the ring. And then the third table, which was the most epic spot of the night, Roman Reigns comes running on the apron, spears Bray Wyatt off the apron through the table. Ooh! And yes, the match should have ended there, but you can't win there because it's not Falls Count anywhere. So the match continues. Bray Wyatt ends up looking to kill Roman Reigns, basically. He's got the kendo stick like jarred in the turnbuckle, and like he goes to throw Roman's face into it. Roman reverses it, beats him with the kendo stick, throws Bray Wyatt's face into it. When Bray Wyatt turns around, he gets hit with the spear. Ooh, and a wicked spear, I might add. And Roman Reigns picks up the win. 1, 2, 3. I am now 0-2, and my screen is getting redder. Or, yeah. But, after that, which, like I said, that was the best match of the night. After that, we've got the New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. Taking on the Dudley Boyz. And this was a great match. They said that they were going to win this match tonight for Xavier Woods and all the other musical enthusiasts out there that are sad and disappointed because Xavier Woods is hurt by those goddamn dirty table poaching Dudley Boyz. Okay. I'm calming down. But New Day ends up picking the win. Kofi throws the trombone into the ring and acts like he pulls an Eddie Guerrero and acts like Bully Ray, or Bubba Ray, now in WWE, hit him with the trombone. The referee says, and then when they do, the referee has his back turned later in the match. Big E gets the trombone, hits Bubba over the back with it, clotheslines Devon over the ropes. Bubba turns around, and he gets hit with the Trouble in Paradise. Kofi Kingston picks up the win for the New Day. The New Day have retained the tag belts, and they are still your two-time world-famous champions. And they used it with unicorn. They won it with unicorn magic. But I am now 0-3 for picks. Going on after that, or no, that'd be 0-4 because I picked Roman Reigns. I picked Bray Wyatt to beat Roman Reigns. That didn't happen. Still best match of the night. After that, we got Charlotte versus Nikki Bella. Another great match of the night. It'd be the third best match of the night. And this one was great. Insane spots. I don't even know what to call what happened. It was like a top rope German suplex. And Charlotte landed on her feet. And Nikki Bella's back landed on Charlotte's neck. And it looked like it snapped her neck. It was awesome, to say the least. Nikki Bella also hit a Alabama Slammer on the outside onto the apron, which had crazy impact to it. At the end of the match, Nikki ends up going for the rack attack. And when she does, Charlotte rolls down, picks the ankle, locks in the figure eight. Boom! Nikki Bella taps out. Charlotte retains the belt. I am now 1-4. First match of the night that I got right. Moving on after that, we got Seth Rollins taking on Mask Kane, or Demon Kane, whatever. This match might have been this is the second worst match of the night, behind Ryback, or ahead of Ryback and Kevin Owens, I should say. But to clue you in on why this was so terrible, there was a lot of botches. The cool spots in the match, Seth Rollins kicked out of a choke slam. Kane went for the tombstone. Seth Rollins countered it. Seth Rollins went. Kane was going to choke slam Seth Rollins on top of the announce table while he was standing on it. Seth Rollins rolls down through his legs, picks him up, power bombs him. It was supposed to be through the Spanish announce table, but Kane botches it and instead hits the edge of the announce table. And I thought Kane was hurt or something, but turns out he wasn't. So then they get back in the ring, and Kane goes for another choke slam. Seth Rollins counters it, kicks him in the face, and hits him with the pedigree, and it is over. Next! Okay, after that we've got Kevin Owens taking on the Ryback. Okay, and before that, I'm not going to completely say Kane and Seth Rollins was terrible, so don't think I mean that. It's just, it was boring. So, then we've got Kevin Owens versus the Ryback, or Flyback. well, whatever you want to call him. Ryback completely jobbed to Kevin Owens in this match. Wasn't nothing big. Kevin Owens wins with the pop-up powerbomb. It's over. 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye, Ryback. And then time for the main event, which is The Undertaker, the Phenom, taking on the Conqueror, the Beast Incarnate, the Mayor of Suplex City, bitch. None other than the Beast, Brock Lesnar. Nothing too big happened at the start of the match. It was a bunch of punches back and forth. Nothing really too interesting. You like the strong style striking type of wrestling, but it was a lot of punches back and forth. Great start, even though it was kind of boring. They got busted open within like 5 minutes into the match. Brock Lesnar hit his forehead into the ring post, cut himself open. Kane got busted open later in the match. Undertaker got thrown into the steel cage on the outside, or the Hell in a Cell, the steel cell, whatever. He got thrown into the cell. There was so much shit that happened in this match. They got out a chair and was actually attacking each other with the chair. Undertaker put it on the throat of Brock and done that thing. Brock Lesnar hits an F5, gets a 2 count. Brock Lesnar takes the Undertaker to Suplex City and hits 3 Germans, gets a 2 count. Undertaker, meanwhile, in the process gets busted open, and now they're both busted open and bleeding. Undertaker ends up hitting the choke slam. Well, before that, he locks in the Hell's Gate on Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar fights out and just goes rampage on him, starts punching the shit out of him. He is pissed because he thought he almost lost the match. Then Undertaker hits a chokeslam on Brock Lesnar. After Lesnar hit a second F5 and Undertaker kicked out, and Lesnar pulled the ring canvas off and the padding and exposed the wood boards. Got chokeslammed onto the boards. Undertaker gets a 2 count with that. Then he goes for a tombstone, hits a tombstone on the boards. Brock still kicks out at 2, surprisingly. I was surprised there. Then Undertaker calls for the ending, cuts the throat, gets in Brock's face. Fair play here. Oh, right in the wing wang onto the Undertaker. Brock Lesnar getting a bit of payback there tonight, hitting Undertaker right in his little deadman. And then when Undertaker turns around, he gets hit with an F5 onto the exposed boards, the 3rd F5, the same number of F5s that it took to take Undertaker out at WrestleMania. So now we know it takes 3 F5s to take Undertaker out. So, I mean, that's 3 F5s, 3 times F5. So is that like an F15? That was a terrible joke. But nonetheless, Undertaker ends up losing to the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. And at the end, Undertaker is trying to set up, and then all of a sudden, God damn it, we're here. Bray Wyatt and the whole rest of the Wyatt family come out. Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, Braun Strowman. They all come out and they start beating the shit out of the Undertaker. And I'm thinking, why the hell is Kane or freaking Brock Lesnar not coming out here to help the old man? He's old. He's hurt. He just went through a long-ass match, and the Wyatt family's taking him apart. Why is it Kane or Brock Lesnar coming down here? Brock Lesnar would have got a huge pop if he would have came back down to help the Undertaker. But that didn't happen, probably because they might be trying to keep him heel or something. I don't know. To me right now, Brock's face, but who knows? They might be trying to push him back to heel status. So, I mean, I don't know. But Brock doesn't come out to help the Undertaker, neither does Kane. I found that interesting. And the Wyatt family ends up dragging Undertaker off, carrying him off to who knows where. Now, if you remember clear back to shortly after the Wyatt family debuted, they did the same thing to Kane, and they drug him off. So I don't know what they're doing with this. I don't think anything even happened to Kane. So, I mean, I don't know. But they also drugged Daniel Bryan off too, didn't they? And he came back as a Wyatt. So does that mean Undertaker's going to come back as part of the Wyatt family? Are we getting a whole new faction here? Is the Wyatt family going to take over the WWE? Who knows? But great pay-per-view tonight. Awesome pay-per-view. Epic spots. Epic matches. Freaking Alberto El Burrito's back, if anyone cares. Seth Rollins retained the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns hit an epic spear on Bray Wyatt through the table, which was awesome. Undertaker ended up losing to Brock Lesnar, thankfully, so Lesnar won the feud. Yes, this pay-per-view was incredible. Possibly the best of the year so far besides WrestleMania. So, yeah, keep that in mind. It was 10 times better than SummerSlam. Great ending to the match. Great ending to the whole pay-per-view in general. Wasn't nothing bad at all about this pay-per-view. So, I mean, that concludes my review. I think I discussed everything about the show. But overall, it was just awesome. And other than that, I can't really say anything else.